We're halfway through 2024, and here are 5 picks from each of us of what you should catch up on. So, Lachlan, what's your number 5 pick?
At number 5, I have Alex Garland's last directorial feature, Civil War, that came out earlier this year. That didn't really get that much of a box office craze, but definitely was liked by a decent amount of people, but also was still quite divisive. But it is an Alex Garland film, so let's be real, it was going to be divisive anyway. I think everyone should see it because I think that it had some really cool elements to it, especially if you're a fan of the world of journalism, for how important that kind of stuff is in a world where this film is set. But also, Kristen Dunst does a pretty spectacular job. Kaylee Speeney's in it. Nick Offerman's in it as the president. Very little, but he's a lot of fun. And there's a little sneak surprise from Kristen Dunst's husband, which, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that, and then...
I like how you set it up as her husband, you know? We know who you're talking about. We know who you're talking about. I'm picking a one that premiered at Sundance. Juno Squibb needs to get a shout out. She's 94 years old. She plays a 94-year-old action star in this movie, just on a different kind of trip where she has to retrieve the money that was scammed away from her. And she sets on a journey to do it herself, you know? And usually where other action stars would go, I'm too old for this shit. I'm not doing it anymore. She's the complete opposite. She's so charming. Great stuff. So Thelma, yeah, go get it as soon as it comes out on July 19th.
At spot number 4, I have a sequel, which is Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, directed by George Miller. It was another film that flopped at the box office, but I really wish people got to go see it, because it definitely is a movie that you had to see in cinemas. Grand scale, great scope. People are flacking on it because it didn't reach to the same scale that Fury Road did, but what are you supposed to do when you made a magnum opus? How are you supposed to reach that, right? So that's unfortunate to see, but you definitely should go see this film. And when it comes out on VOD, you should definitely have it on your biggest screen possible.
It's out. I recently got a copy for it for my mother to see. For some reason, she was interested in Furiosa and she watched it, and my little brother as well. I have a sports film at my number 4. The very much anticipated The First Slam Dunk. You know, there's a whole anime series that I'm not familiar with, and we get this movie that came out in Japan in 2022. It took a long while for it to release on VOD, but you can now get it. I guess it says it first premiered in 2023, so it's just listed as 2022. Regardless, it is out now, and I think it's stunning. It basically takes place over just one game and gives you the backstory for the lead characters and all of the other relevant people, and it's just so beautifully animated. I would get it in the best copy that you could get. Like, get that, spend that extra dollar on the 4K because it does look stunning. And yeah, it just offers the best of what a sports movie can do. So yeah, especially if you're a basketball fan, First Slam Dunk is a home run, ironically.
Spot number 3 goes to I Saw the TV Glow, Jane Schoenberg's second feature, and might I say, I haven't seen the first one, but this one was spectacular in my eyes. I absolutely loved it. I rewatched it within 24 to 48 hours of seeing it the first time, and I have to say, the film is monologue-y, it is beautiful, it is so much talking, and once you have read up about what the film was about and rewatch it, you'll just go, that's a great fucking film. So go out and see that one.
My number 3 spot goes to another film that has another listing for 2022 on Letterboxd. It premiered at Fantastic Fest in September there, but it has finally come out on VOD after playing at so many festivals and even a theatrical limited run, which must have been a hoot and a half, because this movie is basically having the essence of a really ADHD pilled animated film, but putting it into somewhat live action. And the behind the scenes for this are just a filmmaker's craving of just seeing where someone puts a lot of their heart into their craft. It is probably the funniest movie I've seen all year. It's so great, such a blast. You can just turn off your mind, your head, and relax and just have a good time. Definitely great to see with an audience, with some people, with a beer or another thing in your hand while you're sipping it. A great time all around. And it's crazy that a movie like this, a silly movie like this, is currently like in my top 10 of the year. It's that good, and you should give it a try.
Spot number 2 Ding, 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 ding. It's a double pick of our spots. We both picked the same one for number 2, and we're just going to hit it back and forth. It is C.
Let's moan together on 1, 2, 3.
Okay. We both did 2 different things. I like how we both did 2 different things, and neither of us followed up on the other thing. So we're challenging each other. We're challengers.
Yeah,
we're picking challenges. I think. Am I gonna the best editing and best editing and best soundtrack of the year?
Yeah,
but like
or score.
Yep, cool.
Yeah,
go watch
Agreed.
it. It's fucking great.
It's incredible, and I think it just came out on VOD as well. So even if it's not in theaters anymore, you can go see it. Yeah, Lachlan, you wanna? I don't have anything else to say about challenges. It's sexy. It's great. Lots of tension. Amazing editing. Zendaya, Mike Weiss, Josh O'Connor, Luca Guadagnino. Boom. There it is. And we're getting another Luca Guadagnino film later in the year with Queer. Looking forward to that.
So my number 1 pick is the movie of the year. That was the biggest selling one until Inside Out 2 overtook it. And that is Dune Part 2. I loved it. It's spectacular. I can switch to Dune Cam if someone just gives me 2 seconds. Look at that. Dune Part 2. Spectacular. It's just permanently, this is just permanently set up at this point, Dune Cam, as a meme. But I loved it. It was so much fun. I enjoyed it. It was what I thought at the time, possibly the best, biggest movie of the year. And there have been movies that have been just as big in scale, in my opinion. I think that it's been a fantastic year of cinema. And I think that Dune has been a highlight. But if I'm honest, there's a possibility it won't be my number 1 of the year. So I won't spoil that. But I think that everyone should have gone out and seen Dune because it was an event.
Agreed. Great one that I got to see it in IMAX as well. And it's just, it knocks your socks off. Just a great film. One of the rare films that I saw twice this year. I usually don't do rewatches that close together, but Dune was one of them that justified going to the theater a second time. Yeah, my last one is streaming on Netflix. It's widely accessible, and I think that accessibility has made some people a bit more critical of it. If they had seen it in the theaters like I did at the premiere, which flex here, I guess I couldn't stop myself. It's like I saw it last year. It was such a blast seeing this all unfold for the first time in Richard Linklater's Hitman with Glenn Powell co-writing. You can see the charisma just it seeps off the screen. It just drops. It flushes. It's like a whole river of charisma that's just like streaming your way and taking you with it. And that with the tension that's between Adriano and Powell. It works so great. I think it's for a lot of people not going to be as high at the end of the year as it's currently sitting at my number 1 spot. I'm happy to, have it there because if you like that type of conversational thing between 2 people and all of the tension coming kind of from that, then Richard Linklater is your filmmaker, and Hitman is probably one of the best things that you can go see pretty easily on Netflix right now. But yeah, those are our lists. Let us know what your top 5 movies of the year were. These are not like our lists of top 5 from the ranking wise. It's more like what we'd recommend people definitely catch up on. But yeah, go check out the podcast, leave a like, subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Bye.